What's up, guys? We got round four here at Cardfinity. On the left, we got our LDS champ, Rob. And then on the right, we got ourselves Saul playing the Quickdraw Machina hero plant. Seemed like we had a little bit of a rivalry going on here on our channel, as we always see Rob and Saul go at it. Very interesting. What do you think, Cuplegs?
Pretty interesting. I feel like Rob's always winning. He's always on the channel. I don't really see Saul much, but he did just get second at the card collector's cut tournament. So strong player.
Yeah, very strong players here. We do see some action going on as Saul's getting his plant engine going with Lone Fire. Goes for the Kaya, so he ends up getting 2 tokens here. So very strong position that Saul is in at the moment. Sets 2 and passes. Very difficult to see. Goes for the heavy, gets hit with both the Solemn and the trap stun. Goes for the 1-for-1 as Rob's really trying to get his engine going with the frogs. See that 2 monarchs, no, just 1 monarch got discarded there, so we do still have some monarchs in our hand, but it doesn't really seem favorable as we see Titanium on the field
with 2 tokens.
With 2 tokens. Very strong position here from Saul. Goes for the Jug Synchron, brings out the sub, bounces the sub. Very smart play there, as it is cost to bounce back, so it is not a target for those who know. Kills the Titanium, as Catastrophe is one of the best cards to get to use to get rid of Titanium.
Now I know Saul does play Plasma. What are your thoughts on Plasma?
Plasma, yeah, I think it's a very strong card, only if you have the Dandy package, because Dandy does give you a +2 on the field, so it doesn't require you to use the normal summon as hard as you think, since it is a special summon. Also, it is skill drain, so you know, with most decks, skill drain does really affect most of the decks here. See that we go in our we're going for our substitute plays, as we don't have a catastrophe. Saul does not have a catastrophe to get rid of this, so we are able to defend ourselves with a soft lock. Seems like not a lot of options that we can really get ourselves, but we are bringing out a Caius. Caius is banishing the other opponent's Caius. Goes for the set 1. Really thinking about his play here. That's all.
Maybe an end phase.
Should be end phase. Brings out the tokens. So full board here with a lot of defense and an aggressive fortress there on the field.
Now do we see Plasma?
I think we are going to see Plasma. Getting a big boss monster, and unfortunately this soft lock is no longer viable as it is with skill drain, but gets hit with the mirror force. So very unfortunate, as we did see the Solemn and the trap stun get hit with the heavy. So we are a little bit on top deck mode, but we are seeing the good advantage from Rob's side, as soft lock doesn't allow Saul to get into the life points.
We'll see if the Monarch train continues. 2 Kaises already went down.
Seems like we don't have a lot of options on both sides. We are just playing defense. Rob is looking for, Saul is looking for a play, but it's gonna be difficult to get rid of a soft lock since we already used 1 Caius and a Plasma. See what other options that Saul has to get rid of this. Rob, on the other hand,
black Debris and Dandy for a Black Rose play, possibly.
True. We do see the BrainCon going for the Miracle, so stealing that Stratos on the board.
And that's a big boy.
That is a big boy, gaining 1500, so leaving that 0 at 4000. And again, Saul can't even crash into it since he does have to hit the dupe. So it's very unfortunate in this level of position. Goes for the fortress. Sets 1 and passes. We do have 5 monsters on the field, so we will have to tribute something to actually get rid of the the fortress.
Big thing here. Now, do you think the face down is a dupe, or what? What are we thinking this face down is?
Could be a dupe or could be another Treeborn. At this position that Rob's at, it's always nice to become to have just a lot of defense. We do see a soul exchange, as we are going to tribute his fortress, and the face down, which was Prodigy, goes for the tribute set. So interesting enough that he sets here, so that way he doesn't reveal what kind of card it is. Goes for the swing, gets hit with the water or chain, so unfortunately he only gets to rip one card of his hand, but since he had no monsters on the field, goes for a set 1 and pass. Goes for a set 2 and pass. Goes for the Regeki, hits the Mirror Force, flips the Gores, gets hit with the bottomless on the flip summon. And now we are down to just our last draws here. But Saul really has a lot of cards in his hand. Doesn't seem like a lot of options that he can do.
The
And
top deck
Rob,
miracle.
yeah, just the top deck miracle, as this deck is very strong. And we do get rid of the 2 monsters so that we get Malicious here. So Rob gets the round 1 here. Start off with Future Fusion, as that's like really good for Saul's side.
Strong start.
Gets rid of the Alias and the Dandy.
Wants to use the right tokens.
Yes, if you got the fluffy tokens, it's always nice to have them. And then we go for the debris and starting ourselves off really good with 3 tokens, Stardust, and perhaps even a Gaia coming in the next 2 turns. See what kind of options, and we do get hit with a Trap Dust Shoot. Fun fact, I was sitting right next to Rob on this one, and we were discussing that maybe the Kai's was the stronger one, but we are seeing some mind games coming from Saul's side, as we do send the Alias back. So he looks at me and just says, man, he has the pulling. Very
interesting.
Very scared of that one face down, and unfortunately he can't MST it or knock it since Stardust is on the field. Goes for the swamp, sends the Treeborn, and then hits the one of the tokens, bounce backs, and sets. I think that swap was special summoned, so for those who are just asking why he just set, it was his normal set. Goes for the Machina Gear Frame, gets the Fortress. We're really seeing a strong position from Saul's side. Go for the dupe, pick up the swamp. And we're trying to figure out what can we do in this position where we can bring out some strong monsters.
This guy is coming out next turn, I believe, right?
Correct. Yeah, Gaia is coming next turn, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of options that Rob can get. Has a miracle there, but unfortunately doesn't have a hero that he can grab to make this live. Sends out the Substitute, and hopefully that this reshuffle could get him a either Rhoda E-Call or a hero so he can stay in this game. Because if not, does not look very favorable for Rob. Goes for the set 1 and pass. Future Fusion heads up. Goes in, then halves the 100 of the Treeborn, so it's end up being 50. Goes for the Card Trooper, mills 3. Not the best mills, but very strong position, as he does take 19, takes another 22, and then finally gets hit with a 25. And he does show that he has smashing, so it's really unfortunate he didn't have. But let's see what the trap card was. I guess we'll never know.
Game 3.
Then we're going for game 3. See that we normal summon the swamp, ditch out the Treeborn, just a standard play for all frogs. Start off with the Alias and swings for a 19. We do bring Treeborn out. And we also do bring Swamp. So we are deck thinning here and bringing out a Miracle. So that way we could have a very strong 0. Goes hits with the Vanities as well. So this is a very strong board already, as we are going to get hit with 4,000 plus the difference of Alias there.
I believe I did saw smashing in his hand, so It might have been smashing. It might have been something else. No, he
He,
does have it.
he has smashing and brain. It's so unfortunate because he does have Gores as well. So he brings back the swamp. See what kind of options that Saul can really do about getting rid of that vanities, because that's the most dangerous one at the moment. Goes for the space, gets hit a torrential. It's pretty good.
We'll see how we sequence this.
And again, not a lot of life points left on Saul, so you got to make sure that he makes like a really strong play. Deals the 0, gets rid of the vanities just for 100 life points.
Big thank you.
Kills the vanities. Go for a set 1 and pass, and unfortunate. Rob does have the Caius, so he ends up getting removed. Congrats to Rob on his round 4. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.